So Marco Behrens puts up a 6-fence track for the second round of this Nissan South African Outdoor Grand Prix. We start with Gail Foxcroft, Equifox JFK. She starts with 5 penalties from the first round. She'd be very keen to stay on that. She's got to get inside the time and leave these 6 bigger fences up. See the little slip there? It tells you about the slightly muddy going from the early rain in the show. Here's that vertical. And Gail at her smoothest. The horse not looking like rubbing anything. She moves on now. Big wide turn to this triple bar. 9 to that water tray. That's the last fence. And she incurs another time penalty. She finishes on a total of 6 in 40.74 over the 2 rounds. Nicholas Riley, she brings in Sunny Park Stables, El Paso. 5 penalties in the first round. Beautiful jump over number 1. So this second round is to test the rider's accuracy and the horse's fitness. And there goes down that replica of the Nelson Mandela Bridge. Very easy fence to knock, a beautiful piece of equipment. But I think it's a nemesis for some riders. So now on 4 penalties in the second round. Clicking you hear her do into that oxa. She moves on, mindful of time penalties. Triple bar. So 1 down, another time penalty, and she finishes on a total of 10 for the 2 rounds. Ronnie Healy, Blue Turtle Atmore, he brings in 5. So it's looking like Marco Behrens has continued making the time an issue. Clears that very flimsy jump. That was donated to Kaolami Park by Linda Ellerin. Super jump over the oxa. Ronnie's a pro. He'll be aware of their time penalties. Let's watch what he does. Turns tighter to that. Ten fences to the last. He leaves the jumps up, incurs a second time penalty, but finishes on a really worthwhile total, just the 6 penalties, the 2 rounds of this Grand Prix. The turn of Dominic Alexander, Armageddon. 5 penalties from the first round. There's a difficulty beautifully cleared. Quite tight to this vertical. He'll be so aware that the time is tight. And it becomes really obvious how the tight time puts pressure on the riders. Good forward canter. A little bit tighter to the triple bar. Nine strides there, and he goes clear in the second round. So that's the leading score at this stage. 5 penalties over the 2 rounds. Dominique delighted. Lawrence Mordenberg, she starts with 5 penalties. Slightly wider to this. And Lauren wanting to be careful. The riders focusing as much as they possibly can. Now the turn to the triple bar. Nine strides there. She should be inside the time. And she's not. So time penalty to add. She finishes the 2 rounds on 6 penalties. In the lead at the moment is Dominic Alexander on his 5 penalties over the 2 rounds, as we start with Marlene Sinclair, Camaro. Remembering they were so unlucky to hit number 1, they don't hit number 1 this time. And she's slightly wide to this jump. One of the scopier horses in the arena at the moment. Canter looks fractionally under pace. She'd want to be shaving off time, turning tight and moving forward. Beautiful shot of that CWD-sponsored oxer. Big ride at the triple bar. She leaves all the fences up in the second round. 1 time penalty to add. Another rider who finishes the 2 rounds on 6. Now it's Tara Lowe, Cuda Insurance foreigner. This was one of the very few riders who got round inside the time in the first round. She starts with a good score of 4 penalties. Clears 1. This is a big striding horse, so maybe it's a little easier for her to get inside the time. Turns immediately after that bridge jump. And if she manages to leave them all up, she will go into the lead in this Nissan Outdoor Grand Prix. And has that. She was forward at it, obviously stood off, and the horse unfolded early. So the back of that ox are now on 8 penalties. Domini in the lead. Ah, how disappointing for Tara. 1 fence down in each round, finishing on 8 penalties. Nicole Horwood now. Mark White Nissan's capital Don Camargo. She's on just 4 penalties. She can get inside the time. And there he is at his best. He plays a little bit with his mouth. It's a stallion thing. And he has a slightly Araby conformation. Goes with his head up and his tail up. Skips over that big oxer. This really is just a day at the park for these two. Turns tight to that. She's got to be inside the time. Leaves them all up, so there she is. 4 penalties over the 2 rounds, clearing this round. So she finishes on 4 in 36.95. And is that good enough to win this? Only one lady can decide. It's Nicola Riley. All the pressure on her. She had 1 time penalty in the first round. She can afford 2 time penalties in this round and still win it. She'll be absolutely aware of what's at play here. She takes a wide turn there, so she's going to risk a time penalty. But she's relying on this horse's carefulness. Beautiful over the CWD fence. She's moving on a little here. Good ride at that. 1 fence to go. And she leaves them all up. And she's done enough. With 1 time penalty in the second round, 1 in the first round. This is the 2017 Nissan Outdoor Grand Prix champion of South Africa. So the final result: in 3rd place, Dominique Alexander and Armageddon. Nicole Horwood on Mark White Nissan's capital Don Camargo finishing 2nd. And the winner for a 2nd successive year, Nicola Riley, this time riding Fulvik Connoisseur.
Words don't describe it. I've been waiting for a win on that horse. He's been so great to me for so many years. He's come 2nd in so many big competitions, so I'm just over the moon. Connoisseur is a stallion. He was bred in Namibia. He's by the Warm Blood Consuelo out of a Seducer thoroughbred mare. He's 16 this year. He has jumped out of his socks the whole show, actually this whole year. He's come in just with a bang. I'd just like to say thank you to Nissan for an outstanding sponsorship for this show. It's been amazing.
A wonderful win for Nicola and Fulvik Connoisseur, and a fitting climax to 10 days of top-class equestrian action. Kyalami Park Club once again playing host to one of South Africa's premier equestrian events, offering plenty of excitement and entertainment for the whole family.